How was it being back in your house for a full day?
They fixed the alarm.
Okay.
So we're doing better.
Elevator works?
Elevator works.
All right.
They fixed the alarm. It went off for about 15 minutes straight yesterday afternoon as they were fixing it. And then it was cured. And I appreciate them. Shout out to those workers. I came through after the show. They were on a ladder, like one of those really tall ladders to get all the way up there. And I just looked at them and I said, my fate is in your hands.
Did you actually say
Yeah,
that?
I did. I feel like coming off vacation, I don't really have a filter at the moment that I kind of need to get back on track of
listen,
just having a life.
Somebody who doesn't have one, life is so much
Yeah,
better.
but there's CJ. There's like two ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
Pre-vacation Jess
Uh-huh.
and CJ.
Yes.
And I feel like there can be a middle ground. I can't just go full no filter.
Got to go full. The way the world opens up to you when you lose the filter is
It's
incredible.
a beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting there. They just looked at me and they were like, we'll do our best.
Your best is,
Thanks. It better work.
best isn't good enough, dog.
It better work.
Get it done. You came back just in the nick of time. You missed week 1 of college football. You're going to be here for week 1 of NFL. Got that going. The fans can't see it, but there's a grin on your face.
I had my last fantasy football draft last night.
How many
for a
damn
real
leagues are
league.
you in?
I'm sorry, I'm in 4 legitimate leagues and 1 joke of a league.
Why do you have to insult my terrible league
Because
like
you told
that?
me to not have a filter, and that's how I feel about that dumb league. Yeah,
You confident in your teams?
I am. I did fall asleep
Ooh.
last night during the draft. Like, I was doing it in bed, and Chris goes, Jess, you're snoring. And I like jolted up, and I realized I had indeed nodded off like an old grandpa doing a crossword puzzle in his chair. And so I gave my laptop to Chris, and I said, can you just pick a defense and a kicker for me? And he did.
Okay.
And I fell asleep. And then I woke up at 2:30 a.m. this morning.
How much analysis did he do in that moment?
He did a lot because he takes it very seriously.
like
he was
Chris
like,
was-
I don't have an idea on the defense. And I
Yeah.
was like, I have some rankings up. Just go look. He's like, I don't know what to do. But it's okay. He did a great job. It's Thursday, September 4th. It is going to be a good day because it's football day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass coming up on today's show. The NFL season kicks off tonight. We get Eagles, Cowboys. We made it. We will give some NFL season predictions. Teresa Walker will join us in the second segment, as she does every Thursday. Talk a little Titans upcoming game against the Broncos this weekend. We'll also dive into the Kawhi Leonard Clippers now NBA investigation following the big Pablo Torre finds out episode that dropped yesterday. We'll have a draft today because it's Thursday, it's draft day, and in honor of me coming off a vacation, we are drafting our top vacation spots, places we would like to go on perhaps a next vacation. We'll do a little theater Thursday, watch some new movies along the way on my travels back that we'll get into. It's a Thursday, football is here, you know what we say. Not 7 hours of commercial-free football. It's dead.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense,
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
How did they sell you on Memphis?
Well, really just, I was really looking at the success that Memphis had, something I wanted to be a part of, and then the reputation Coach Silverfield and Coach Cramsey had as an OC, the things that he was able to do with Seth and the things that he's done in his career. I felt like that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I felt myself being able to excel in his offense. And also, I looked at the weapons around and everybody that I was going to be playing it with.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. One day closer to Friday, but a wonderful Thursday it is because the NFL season kicks off tonight. The sky is a little bluer. The Mississippi River flows a little stronger. There's a rainbow, there's flowers, there's beauty, there's the smell of something good in the air. Because for the next 6 months, we are graced with nothing but football ahead of us. It does truly add an aura of sunshine in my life. I don't know if that says good things or bad things about me, but I woke up and was genuinely excited that I will be parking my booty on a couch tonight and watching a real life NFL game, not a preseason game, not an exhibition game, not a Pro Bowl, just football. And I can't wait. And as somebody who missed the opening weeks of the college football season, this is really my first couch night of the year, and of which I will have many, many full couch days and couch nights, and I will be watching 7 hours of normal football on Sunday now because Red Zone has commercials, which I don't want that to mar my excitement of the football season being here, but I will not tell a lie. It bummed me out, and I realized maybe I'm a little too addicted to Red Zone if the news that we no longer will have Scott Hansen saying 7 hours of commercial-free football legitimately left a hole in my heart, but that is what happened. I said that's the tagline that kicks off my Sunday. That's what tells me it is okay to sit here and do nothing but watch 7 hours of what previously was known as commercial-free football, but will now include full-blown commercials. We had a taste of it last year, and I didn't like it, but they were at least just in boxes. They would like flash the commercial up, but they didn't take away from the game. Now we're going to have full-blown commercials in the middle of Red Zone.
What is the point of having Red Zone then?
Well, you're still having the system of Red Zone where it just bops around to every game.
Okay.
But it will, I think, suck some of the, I mean, it's 7 hours. Like, God, get up, go to the bathroom, take a lap, move your legs, don't get a blood clot. Like, do something with your life during those commercials. Tell someone you love them.
No.
Call your mom.
It's
Call your dad.
football. It's Sunday. It's football.
It'll still be Red Zone.
Okay.
It'll just have
It'll
commercials
just have
in it.
commercials in
But
it.
like people are losing their minds. And immediately people are like, this is all ESPN's fault, which is so genius from the NFL perspective because it's the NFL still owns and operates Red Zone. It's just the whole deal with ESPN and the NFL, and then people look at it and say, well, back in my day when ESPN wasn't involved with the NFL, Red Zone didn't have commercials. There were politicians tweeting about it yesterday. I was like, wow.
How much is Red Zone?
I don't know. It's part of our Xfinity. Chris handles it.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
Let me do.
But
let
a
me-
woman.
Let me.
I don't have a credit card.
I'll ask it a different way then. How much would you be willing to pay on top of what you pay for Red Zone to not have to watch commercials?
See, I think you nailed it. That's my guess of the future is they will give you two options. Like all streaming things that we have in our lives now, you will have a rich people option without commercials, and you will have a plebeian version, which I will probably still do out of principle. I would maybe like $5 extra.
$5 extra dollars?
$5 extra.
Only $5 extra a month, or just
No,
$5
for
extra
the totality of Red Zone. So I don't think that's very realistic. I have like negative $5 in my bank account right now, so that's really asking for
my
things.
My wife looked at my bank account. So I got two accounts. One of them is an account where, like, hey, if something happens, it's an emergency, you can use this card from this account. She looked at that account yesterday. Our mortgage is also attached to that account. She looked at it yesterday and was like, oh, you're poor. You've got $12 in here. I was like, yep, I got just enough in there to not hit an overdraft.
I came in this morning and I told you, I said, God, I need it to be payday. And you go, Jessica, it's the 4th.
Usually
it's the 4th. You got to make it to like the 8th.
That's when we start saying that to one another. Like the 9th, 10th is, hey, I really need to get paid. And I'm going to say 26th, 27th, hey, would really like to be paid. You're hitting me with it on the 4th. You got 11 whole days left, dog.
It's all right. I'll just fill them with nothing but football. We got a fun NFC East matchup to start this thing off. Eagles, Cowboys. The Eagles get to raise their banners. They get to flash their rings. They come in with the core of their Super Bowl winning team still intact. Trivia question of the day, CJ. The Eagles are one of 6 NFL teams who have won exactly 2 Super Bowls in their history. Who are the other 5?
Ooh, 2.
2. Only 2.
Only 2. All right. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
2
you got
exactly.
This, you got this.
Wow.
Okay.
The Jets?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Bad start.
Bad start. Terrible start. God, awful start. This is atrocious even. Raiders?
Nope. Nope.
Ah, gosh.
Nope. There are 2 teams that start with R. Look, I'm helping you out.
Ravens?
That is one of them.
Ravens. And the Ryans?
Yeah, I love the Fighting Ryans are one of my favorite NFL teams.
The Commanders?
No.
Who's the other R-word team?
Oh, you thought I was going
Rams.
back. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right. So that's 2.
Okay.
We'll be here all day. Give me the other ones.
Dolphins, Buccaneers, and Colts.
I should have got the Colts.
It's okay. We'll try
And
again
the Dolphins. Oh, you can't keep asking me questions like
I don't
this.
have other hard questions
all right.
for you.
This is why I flunked out of pharmacy school, dog.
I don't have other difficult questions. I'll watch any football game that is put in front of me, but they always do a nice job of making the first one interesting enough and coming off the circus of the Cowboys offseason and the Micah Parsons of it all. And Adam Schefter reported this morning that one of the teams that was interested in Micah Parsons this offseason was actually the Eagles, but the Cowboys refused to trade him within their division, and that makes sense, especially trading him to the defending Super Bowl champion. So instead, Micah Parsons ends up in Green Bay, and you have Eagles, Packers tonight. I'm very intrigued by the Cowboys offense, a healthy Dak, what the weapons around him look like. I think the Cowboys could be good, ? It feels like one of those things that you don't say fully with your chest, but when Dak's been healthy, they've gotten worse of a rap than perhaps they deserve. And that's where I'm interested in how perhaps they overshoot expectations, which we haven't had a Cowboys team overshoot expectations, which more speaks to the fact that they are so in the doldrums of what you think about the Cowboys at this point, which is a crazy place to be. But that's how I feel about the Cowboys.
If they can figure out something defensively, when the Cowboys were good, they were good back-to-back years. I feel like it was 21-22 or 22-23. They were masters of the takeaway. They were just getting those interceptions, forcing those fumbles, recovering the fumbles. And if they can get back to doing that defensively, then yeah, I think the Cowboys have a chance to make some noise and move into contention for that division. I think the offense that the Cowboys have, as long as Dak Prescott is healthy, remember some of their woes stem from the fact that Dak was not healthy. Right. And as long as he's healthy and back there at quarterback for them with CeeDee Lamb and then the weapons on the outside in addition to Lamb, I think that the Cowboys' offense is going to be pretty damn good, above average in the NFL. And the issue, though, becomes, all right, can you take the ball away? And what allows you to take ball away? If you can, get some pressure on the quarterback, force him into some bad throws. And the dude who was able to go out there and do that you is not there. So defensively, what are you going to be now? I am one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing play out this season is what goes on with them Cowboys, because this is
things
such
I'm
an
looking forward
interesting
to
thing.
is what does that defense look tonight against Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith and AJ Brown?
For all of the good that Micah Parsons did, he did a ton of good against them. That Eagles offensive line, like they neutralized him, and especially in the run game where you got dynamic backs in Saquon, and before Saquon, you had who was there before Saquon? Was Swift there? It wasn't Swift. Oh, why am I blanking?
Me too.
It might have been Swift. Was it Montgomery? One of them backs was there before they had Saquon. They just let him walk. Not
Miles
LaShawn.
Sanders.
No. Where you come back to the present a little bit more. Either way it goes, when you have a good running back and a good offensive line, you can neutralize the pass rush by just running the ball away from the dude.
It was Swift.
Was it Swift?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was Swift.
Yep.
You can just run the ball away from the guy on the other side of the field, and the Eagles have done a pretty good job of that as it pertains to Micah Parsons. But he's not there now, so I'm just curious to know what this Cowboys team will do defensively this year.
Since the season starts tonight, I'm going to have you and I both give one spicy take for the NFL season and predict the Super Bowl right here, right now on September 4th. We will live by these picks for the rest of the season. Just kidding. We can change them along the way if we want. But as of right now, your spicy take for the NFL season is what?
I'm not sure how spicy of a take it is, but you think about this league and it's supposed to be full of parity. And you look up and every single playoff has had Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. Eventually, one of those teams has got to not make the playoffs here. When you think about the Chiefs have made, I think, every playoff since like 2016, 2017. The Ravens, 6 of the last 7, if I recall correctly. The Bills, every playoff since 2020, I want to say. Like, that's something that's not supposed to happen in this league, which is supposed to be full of parity. And everything that I've seen, it sets up for one of them, all of them to be fighting and one of them to emerge victorious. It's going to make for an incredible season. It's something when you look back on and you're telling the story of one of these teams, is going to be, hey, they were great, and look at the great teams that they played around them and how they kept greatness from achieving. Much the way we talk about what Michael Jordan was able to do in his run, how you look around, it's like Karl Malone, John Stockton, Reggie Miller, Shaq. It's all of these Hall of Famers out when Michael's out, and he kept all of them from winning championships. I feel like this is going to be said about the winner of the Super Bowl this year, and I would think, spicy take time, 2 of those 3 aren't in the playoffs. Spicy take. Two of the Chiefs, Ravens, Bills don't make the playoffs. That's just not supposed to happen in this league.
Ooh.
Spicy take.
Well, my spicy take is Chiefs adjacent.
Oh.
And it's not that spicy because many are predicting it, which makes it feel a little nauseating. I think this is the year the Denver Broncos win the AFC West.
Hey.
Denver Broncos win the AFC West. I've got my Broncos shirt on to start the year.
We can't
We're
see it.
diving in. It's okay. It's right here. I got it
There
at a
we go.
thrift store back in the day. Sean Payton has said it's the best Broncos roster in about a decade, and that's like something Sean Payton would say, but he's not one to make grandeur statements without feeling as if there is something to back that up. And they're insanely deep defensively. Like, we'll talk to Teresa about it in the next segment, but the fact that Cam Ward has to go up against the Denver Broncos defense
Welcome
in the first
in,
game of
baby.
his NFL career is such a welcome to the league moment. Between Patrick Surtain, Nick Bonito, Zach Allen, they add guys like Kafanga and Dre Greenlaw. Like, they are deep. They are incredibly defensively stout. And then on top of that, adding a running back like J.K. Dobbins to give a little bit of a break to Bo Nix. Doesn't have to do everything with his legs. It balances out the offense. I love their receiver room. I have Cortland Sutton on almost every single fantasy football team that I have this year. I am in deep belief of him. I think this could be the year. And if you couple that with a Chiefs team that, now watch the Chiefs just come out and remind everybody, because that is what we've seen greats do, and especially with Patrick Mahomes kind of on the cusp of still being seen as that number one quarterback. If you were building a team in the NFL today, who would you want to be at the quarterback position? Many would still say Patrick Mahomes, but you're at least getting the rumblings now of it. Well, maybe Josh Allen is the one I would want, or maybe a Lamar, or maybe a Joe. But if that is the case for Patrick Mahomes, that'll shatter everything with this Broncos take. But I would like to ride Broncos country. I don't know if we can still say that without Russell Wilson, but I will always say Broncos country, let's ride.
Last 10 years, how many teams in that division other than the Chiefs have won it?
10?
Last 10 years.
2.
1.
Broncos?
I don't know.
The 1 year?
I don't know. And listen, it's been 9 straight division titles for the Chiefs. I would think it was the
year
Broncos.
that the Broncos won their last Super Bowl.
Yeah. That Broncos team. That would be my guess. I'll double check that. That's how dominant the Chiefs have been in this division. And again,
that's why it is spicy.
That's not supposed to happen in the NFL.
And as I've learned in my trips to Rome, dynasties must fall.
Eventually they do.
Eventually
but
they
don't.
do.
They typically fall when there's a Nero that comes through, right? Like Nero's not on that Chiefs team.
Yeah,
is he?
I don't
Who's
think
Nero on that team? Who's going to be the reason? What's going to be the reason the
Rashi
Chiefs?
Rice gets in a car again.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
All right.
Who's your Super Bowl picks?
Got to have a little bit of a filter, Jessica.
See? This is what happens. Who's your Super Bowl
pick? Give me, oh boy. Give me Bengals.
Okay.
I guess that could have been a spicy take.
That is.
Give me Bengals. Oh, this is going to be real spicy. Well, it's not. Give me Bengals, Packers.
I wanted to pick the Packers as my NFC representative. I just couldn't do it. Mine is also spicy, though. We're zigging and zagging all over the place.
Okay.
I'm taking Bills-Niners.
How spicy is that?
Bills-Niners.
That's not that spicy.
Have we seen the Bills be able to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs?
No.
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 Have we seen the Bills return to the Super Bowl?
But Jessica, if you take your pick and my pick, right? I just said 2 of the 3 Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs aren't in it. So if the Bills are the only one in the playoffs,
well, then they don't have to get past.
Then they don't have to get past the
kryptonite.
Chiefs.
I'm intrigued. Also, it'll be Bills-Niners at the Super Bowl, performing for Taylor Swift, who will be there to do the halftime show.
49ers at home?
At home, Levi Stadium.
Okay.
Sourdough Sam.
Let's go.
Well, ready to welcome Taylor Swift. Did you see Roger Goodell's comments yesterday?
I noticed it when you sent it to me.
Roger Goodell on the Today Show yesterday was asked about Taylor Swift doing the halftime show, and he said, "We would always love to have Taylor play. She is a special, special talent, and obviously she would be welcome at any time." And he was specifically asked if she was invited to play this Super Bowl. Is it in the works? Savannah Guthrie asked. Goodell said, "I can't tell you anything about it." She followed up, "Is it a maybe?" And he laughed. It's a maybe. So you heard it here first. Or second, because he said it on the Today Show. It's a maybe. Taylor Swift. I swear to God, if it happens, we're going to get balloons. We're going to get balloons that fall from the sky. We're going to get the rights to a Taylor Swift song. We're going to pay all the money.
I'd also like to say that Taylor Swift is welcome to perform here whenever she would like.
You know, FedEx Forum, great place for a concert.
Sure, FedEx Forum. I was talking about on the show.
I'm trying to help the city.
Oh, okay. Well,
think about that. She has given such economic impact to so many cities across the world. Why not Memphis?
I'm only thinking about my economic impact.
I'm back to trying to save the city.
Can you imagine?
Back on.
Can you imagine what the numbers would do for this goofy ass show if Taylor Swift just sat down with a guitar?
They would just explode. I can't even. It would be the greatest day of our lives. Everything would change from that point forward. All right, we'll take a quick break. Teresa Walker is going to join us on the other side. She is our NFL expert. She is with the Associated Press. We'll talk to her about the Titans, the rest of the NFL coming up this weekend when we come back.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're positioned, we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're positioned, we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. No better person to help us celebrate the start of the NFL season than Teresa Walker. She joins us every Thursday. She joins us now. Teresa, how you feeling?
It's football season. It's great because now the circadian rhythms click back into gear. It's like we've got a game on Thursday night. We get a bonus game on Friday night. The college football weekend, the last 2 weeks, it was an appetizer.
Yeah.
It was a mere appetizer. It's like now it's NFL time. And I'm sorry, I've been an NFL-oriented football person since the 70s. Grew up watching football with my mama. And it's like, this is my time of year, baby. And yeah, I'll just say this. If you're a Titans fan, temper expectations. I know Cam Ward said yesterday that he wants to go win. And the Titans have done, I wrote about this yesterday. The Titans have done everything with Cam Ward to have him possibly ready. Biggest thing is they've got a revamped offensive line. And, you know, we saw glimpses that it could be good. But, guys, it's Denver. It's Mile High. It's altitude. It's that defense that was one of the best in the NFL. And, you know, so, and 5 of the first 8 are on the road. 5 of the first 8. So, well, while Cam Ward said yesterday that he wants to go win games, that's exactly what he should say. This will be a test for a season and a team that is absolutely in the midst of rebuilding, and we will see how many of the right steps they took.
So if you're saying to temper expectations from a win-loss standpoint, what are you looking forward to seeing, or what could you see from this Titans team early this season to let you know that they're on the right track?
Protect the ball. You know, last year in the opener, they were up 17-0 at Chicago. And my story yesterday had the stats, you know, since like 2000, number 1 picks who are quarterbacks are like, have 1 win. 1 win. And, or, you know, so it's like, it's bad. And Caleb Williams got that win last year because Will Levis's turnovers. Have we forgotten the surrender Will Levis after the pick six when he just shoveled the... Exactly. So take care of the ball. Quit, limit the penalties that were so self-inflicted. It was a big focus of this team. Brian Callahan, he mixed the locker room up with intention, had this off-season competition, and, guys were, awarded points for doing well. They were dinged. Points were taken away for offsides, drops, and things like that. The kind of things you can control. They're trying to, build that muscle memory of, no, don't do this, don't do that. So cut off the hole, limit the holds. Those are going to happen, but limit them. Don't jump off sides. Don't jump in the neutral zone. Try not to get so handsy that Helen Keller can call throw the flag. So it's, quit hurting yourself. If the Titans can do those things, I'm more bullish on them having a chance because it is the NFL, because their schedule is what it is, and because they're in the AFC South. I think they can get to 6 wins this year. That's doubling. That's not a huge leap for this franchise.
That was really funny, Teresa. I really appreciate when you hit us with a quick little sledgehammer there. The position group that you are most excited to watch take real NFL snaps to give you a better idea of what they really are as a unit is what for the Titans?
The offensive line, the success that Cam Ward has, the time that he has to play and grow and try to find receivers down the field will depend on what this offensive line has done. They revamped this line knowing they were taking a quarterback at number 1. So they intentionally went out and got Dan Moore after 4 seasons with Pittsburgh, made him the left tackle. They moved J.C. Latham from left to right after his rookie season. Guys, Peter Skoronski at left guard and J.C. Latham took every snap with this team last year, 1,032. So it's like they showed durability, and now they literally made this move in bringing in right guard Kevin Zeitler from Detroit to strengthen the right side of the line so that they can run left and right. Shocking that an offense might want to not, tell everybody what they're about to do, and give some ability to mix up. But during the preseason, we saw signs of a pocket, an actual pocket for the quarterback and Cam Ward to work out of. But Lloyd Cushenberry wasn't there, and Kevin Zeitler didn't play in the preseason. So, they protected the veteran in Zeitler, who's 35, and Cushenberry, who's not on the injury report first issued yesterday, is coming back from an Achilles tendon injury, limited him to 8 games last year. So if this unit can play, stay on the field, work together, that is going to determine how decent a season Cam Ward has. Why? Well, the Titans gave up more sacks than all but 3 or 4 teams last year.
Well, you say to temper expectations for the Titans. Is there a team in the NFL, Teresa, that you look at as the team that has the most to prove this upcoming season?
Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe Houston, because, they've done so much dealing. And when you deal your left tackle to Washington, for all the gaudy offensive weapons, and, yes, we know who they've got on defense, Will Anderson Jr., and I'm now suddenly blanking on their other pass rusher, but they had 2 serious pass rushers with nice sack totals last year. But it's like, who was sacked more than C.J. Stroud in the NFL last year? Caleb Williams of the Bears. Only 1 quarterback. So, and that's why they made a change on the offensive coordinator down in Houston. And so, yeah, they played the Chiefs well in the divisional round in January. But to me, that's the team that I picked them to win the AFC South. But it's like I honestly wanted to just say any of these because, again, the division is what it is. The team that has put things together the fastest this offseason will be rewarded in this division. And Houston, if you can't, how many times have we seen a team's season go south in a hurry because a quarterback gets hurt?
Yep. Daniel Hunter, I think, is who you were looking for, Teresa, from
yes,
the
Texans.
Thank you. Top 5 in the NFL in sacks last year with 12 of them. Chat question coming your way. Want to know what you think about Van Jefferson losing the starting wide receiver position battle.
Well, I don't think it's so much losing as they've made it clear they're rebuilding. And if you're rebuilding, you took Alec Ayemaner out of Stanford. And guys, let's not forget, one of the big things about this young man, he lit up some guy named Travis Hunter, who won the Heisman Trophy last season in college. And he has been quietly just putting together, he's a good route runner. I mean, it's almost a staple in practice of him pulling down one-handed catches. Now, Brian Callahan said that he's worked hard enough that he kind of deserved that spot on the depth chart. The true measure will be how many snaps are played. There were so many Titan fans ready to cut Van Jefferson after the drop in Atlanta, and he comes back against the Vikings. I mean, they brought him in for a reason. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. And, Callahan said they're all going to play. So it sounded like it was like recognizing the rookie for the hard work that he's done. Let's see how fluid that ends up becoming, or if Iamanair stays there. I think it's a good sign because it just feels they've said they want to throw the ball down the field, and if you're doing that, the receivers are all going to get a chance.
I saw Roger Goodell talked yesterday about the prospect of adding an 18th game to the NFL regular season, and this has been something that's been floating around the league for a while now, and he discussed how that would push the Super Bowl to President's Day weekend. He thinks it would be a great move. I saw someone else counter with it's not that it's an inevitable thing. What's your opinion on that? Do you think the NFL will ultimately add that 18th game?
It does feel a lot like the push for 17. Now, I know that the interim head of the NFL Players Association talked to my colleague, Rob Motti, and said that has not been brought up in his discussions yet with Roger Goodell. And yes, that will be something that has to be bargained. So I'm very curious. But it does feel like it's inevitable. And, it's like, I actually was talking to someone last week. It's like, if you go to, with 17 games already, why do you have to deactivate players on game day? That just seems rather archaic to me. And, the person pointed out, well, it's to help even things out for teams that are dealing with a lot of injuries. And it's like, well, having covered many of those injured teams in recent years, that's its own kind of penalty. I'm sorry, you can't make the opponent play with both hands tied behind their back. It just is what it is. So I think that there's a lot of things that are going to have to be bargained to go to 18. And I mean, we've already seen the expansion of the practice squad. It's something that because of COVID, it expanded so they could have more people on hand ready for game day. That hasn't gone away now that, the pandemic's over. It just feels like there are going to be, guess what? It feels... It may not happen. I think the CBA is through 2031. So they seem to be more focused right now on NFL international games for the NFL. We see them playing in all sorts of places, Mexico, you name it. But that 18 game, it does feel like it's Thanos, baby.
One of those things I hope they get bargained for, because I'm with you, Teresa. It feels like 18 is what if Roger Goodell and NFL owners want 18, they're gonna get it to 18. One of the things I hope the players get in return from a bargaining standpoint, in addition to more money, is we got to get double buys in, and I can't have dudes playing on Sunday and then turn around and playing on Thursday. If you got a Thursday game, you play Sunday, get Sunday all the way off that week, and then you come back week and a half off to play on Thursday. Just from a player health and safety standpoint, you were just talking about some of these injuries that we've seen teams have. A lot of them take place on Thursday night football, because dudes' bodies haven't fully recovered. I just hope that the NFL finds a way, and the NFLPA finds a way to fix that thing.
Oh, CJ, absolutely, because the risk for the NFL in going to 18 games is absolutely the fact that how many times have we seen in December where the stars aren't playing because they're hurt?
Yeah.
And, and that's the thing. You talk to an NFL player on Wednesday, their bodies literally are just starting to rebound from the game on Sunday. So, and, with Monday nights, I mean, the NFL is dominating pretty much every day of the week sometimes. And so it's like that's something that they have to build into that schedule if they're going to go to 18, because otherwise too much of a good thing can be a bad thing when you're looking at who is at quarterback, I don't know at left tackle, and where did this running back come from? People aren't going to watch that.
No, I learned a new word this morning, courtesy of Merriam-Webster Dictionary. You know how they always tweet out various words, and one of theirs yesterday was "enshittification." And in that case, it's the process of a digital platform being made worse for users in order to increase profits. But I think enshittification should have like an elevated meaning where we just use it for everything that gets ruined little by little for the sole focus of increasing profits. Because it happens to everything. And that's where you see, I mean, it is really difficult to keep adding, and not have some level of badness that comes with that, or a decreased like on-field product while you're having an increased valuation of said product. That's the test of time, the history of everything.
Look at yesterday. What were people upset yesterday? Oh my God, the red zone's going to have commercials.
Don't get me started again.
But that's the
Please
thing.
don't. That absolutely got
I'm
me
sorry.
shittified.
I'm sorry, but that's the thing. It's like if you're expanding all this stuff, you're trying to squeeze out more money, and we're seeing it. I'm very curious to see what happens with all these news. With the NFL having these partnerships and deals with more streaming platforms.
Yes.
It's like at a certain point, people are going to look and say, are you kidding me for what I'm paying for this, that, and the other thing? It's like, I just want to watch this game. It feels like we're almost back to the days. Remember on Saturdays, it's like, where's my college team playing? Where's the pay-per-view? Oh, I didn't sign up in time to pay $70 for this one football game. Yeah. So, and when that happens, you can only throw so many parties to pay that tab. And so that's the one stick, I think, in this whole proposition is it's not just player health, which should be the primary thing, but the idea of how much can you squeeze before you get diminishing returns.
We're going to throw the best dang bake sale this town has ever seen.
But if everybody's throwing a bake sale to pay for the NFL game,
just throw a Taylor Swift concert.
We'll just go to the bar like we used to and watch it at the sports bar together.
That would require community, Teresa.
I don't like these people like that, Teresa.
You know what? I went to I forced myself yesterday on that note to go to a happy hour. I Love Memphis blog is throwing weekly happy hours in Memphis to try to promote various downtown businesses, and it'll expand out into other. It's a great concept. And normally I would have said, I don't want to go out and mingle with. I'm tired. I have jet lag. But I made myself go because I have this whole European lifestyle fresh in my frontal cortex that I'm trying to chase like desperately. And it was so fun. So maybe we should all just cut our cable packages and gather at a friend's house or gather at a bar or go down to the park and put it up on a big screen. Screens get bigger and bigger. And maybe that will be the solution to life. Maybe we just solved everything. If we watch these sports together, we don't have to pay everything, and we have the community that's been so lost.
Well, wow, just a reminder, how many times before the Super Bowl and the 2 weeks leading up do we see that a game that was going to be held at a church or shown at a church or at a school or this or that, somebody comes in and says, no, you cannot do that. So,
that's true.
People who are charging for their games one way or another will get paid one way or another.
Teresa, back to the Titans for just a quick moment. The Cam Ward making his first start against that Denver Broncos defense. What are you expecting to see from him? That is a damn good defense that the young man is going to have to play week one of his NFL career.
I'm really curious to see. I mean, the Titans have done everything possible. Their defensive coordinator has thrown all sorts of looks at the young man to try to help prepare him. They went and practiced, joint practice against the Bucs, played a preseason game. The joint practices, I think, are going to be the more crucial element to having speeded up his or how well he's learned these things. But yeah, the Denver defense, altitude, it's a thing that I'm really curious to see. I mean, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. That said, it's tough to ignore that he went from Incarnate Word to Washington State to Miami and showed the ability to take care of the ball and get on the same connection path with his wide receivers. And I say that because he was asked a week or so ago last week about how quickly does it take you to get in the same connection with your receivers. And he said, 2-3 months. And, they spent time before camp. So it's like, I'll be honest, I think he's going to go out and play well this season, particularly Sunday. Now that defense is going to show him some things, but as much as we don't know how he's going to fare, the Denver defense they've studied Cam Ward at Miami. They've looked at the little bit of preseason. So, he's an unknown to them as well. And I wish I had a nickel, but this is a young man who says, I'm a gunslinger. There's no fear in this kid. He is confident. He's first one in the building, one of the last ones out. He's texting coaches with questions. He's done everything he can to prepare. He's got work ethic. He's got physical ability. And I think the bigger thing is the Titans have done their best to surround him with help. And I think that's what's going to give him a chance to succeed.
Teresa, we look forward to catching up with you next week where we get to see how it first plays out. Consensual hard hands. Happy first day of the NFL and have a wonderful season. That is Teresa Walker. She joins us every Thursday. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about Cam Ward. My
happened?
brain glitched a second. Did you see the report that Cam Ward doesn't listen to any music? The lore continues to grow. I just wanted to add it for you because I know you were really big on his movie watching and showing up to the stadium 7 hours early and then getting proven wrong by a real-life NFL football player in D'Angelo Williams who said it's pretty normal.
Didn't say it was abnormal. All I said was it has nothing to do with work ethic. Right? Like you don't get to show up 6 hours before the stuff starts and watch movies. What is he doing in those 6 hours?
Now,
is it just movies?
He doesn't have anything in his headphones.
It's
Someone
just
asked him
movies?
what his pregame
I don't believe that
playlist is, and he said nothing. No song, nothing. Just silencio.
I don't believe that. He's not there 6 hours before the game raw dogging the atmosphere.
I think he is.
Is he?
Cam Ward. I'm not. Never mind. We'll take a quick break.
No,
we'll come back.
Don't filter yourself.
We're going to talk
now.
about the
Cam
Kawhi
Ward,
Leonard story on the other side. We did not get into it yesterday, and at this point, the NBA is investigating. The Clippers have announced or released a statement saying that the allegations are not true in regards to the mysterious $28 million in Kawhi Leonard and aspiration and everything uncovered on the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast. We'll get into that. Plus, we are drafting vacation spots. I don't know what that means exactly. Top vacation spots. Are they vacation spots we've gone to? Are they vacation spots we want to go to? Is it whatever our imagination allows us to go to?
No, it's not whatever your imagination allows you. It has to be a real place,
moon
Jessica.
Off.
Come on.
I want to be like Katy Perry. Take me to space.
We could. We'll talk about it during the break. We could go fictitious spots.
Well, I already came up with real spots.
I did also.
I'm doing spots I haven't been.
Same here.
Okay, great.
Same here.
Parameters are set.
We'll
talk
do a better
Kawhi.
job.
We'll draft. We'll get into it on the other side.
Fictitious spot?
Sometime.
Narnia. I would
Hogwarts.
I would love to kick it in.
No
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take them ball! Defense, take them ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Lob, Brandon Clark.
On that rim!
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
How did they sell you on Memphis?
I was really looking at the success that Memphis had as something I wanted to be a part of, and then the reputation Coach Silverfield and Coach Cramsey had as an OC, the things that he was able to do with Seth and the things that he's done in his career. I felt like that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I felt myself being able to excel in his offense. And also, I looked at the weapons around and everybody that I was going to be playing it with.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. Before we draft dream vacation spots that we have not been to, the big story around the NBA, around the sports world, continues to be the NBA now investigating the allegations from Pablo Torre finds out that the Clippers and Steve Ballmer circumvented the league's salary cap by paying Kawhi Leonard for a job with no actual job responsibility. So if you have not listened to the episode, you should. It's another example of incredible investigative journalism that Pablo Torre has now made his entire MO, and he does it wonderfully and lays out how when Kawhi signed his $103 million contract back in 2019 with the Clippers, he also quietly signed a $28 million endorsement deal with this company called Aspiration. And Aspiration was a climate change-based financial services firm founded by 2 Harvard grads. They promised to help companies go carbon neutral. It was a $2.3 billion project. They filed for bankruptcy earlier this year, which is how ultimately this Kawhi deal gets uncovered, because documents showed that the company still owed Kawhi Leonard $7 million to an LLC that was KL2. And KL is Kawhi Leonard, and 2 is his number. So if you're going to have a sneaky LLC, maybe come up with a sneakier name to keep it all under wraps. But alas, it was for Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, if you look back, never did any endorsement appearances or promotional opportunities with Aspiration. Pablo Torre speaks with a former employee of the company who goes under that cool little like voice manipulation system so that you can't figure out who he is. But he says essentially, in learning that this was happening, he was basically told, like he didn't discover this happened. He was told, hey, Aspiration basically signed this deal with Kawhi Leonard to help the Clippers and Steve Ballmer circumvent the salary cap in the NBA. So obviously that's not okay. That's not in the rules, and NBA teams cannot pay players outside of their original contractual arrangements because of the NBA salary cap. They can't even give players free tickets, which is something I think most people don't understand. Like if you see a player, and they used in the podcast episode, they actually used Ja and T. Morant as the example. Like when you see T. Morant sitting courtside, that's not the Grizzlies giving those tickets. That's Ja and having to pay for those tickets for his dad or any family members, and that's the case around the NBA. So ultimately now, you are left in a place where the NBA has announced they are investigating these allegations. The Clippers put out a statement denying the allegations, calling it absurd. They also went the route of blaming the company Aspiration for market manipulation and fraud, and it appears that is the route that they're going that perhaps others might go. You saw Mark Cuban enter the conversation on Twitter yesterday, essentially saying that the bad guys of the story are aspiration, that they're scammers, that a lot of people got scammed out of a lot of money, billionaires helping billionaires. Pablo Torre asked Mark Cuban to come on his podcast. Mark Cuban said he sent him a DM, so I would love to see that conversation go down eventually. But we're now left in this limbo period of, it's laid out pretty clearly that this happened within the context of what Pablo Torre calls not just an episode, but basically like a documentary about aspiration, about how the Clippers and Steve Ballmer were able to use it to their advantage in order to get Kawhi Leonard in a deal that at the time, if you remember, CJ, like the NBA investigated Kawhi going to the Clippers and Uncle Dennis, and were there impermissible things happening that ultimately led Kawhi to pick Los Angeles and the Clippers to play at. And now you kind of have it laid out where it was a tree company that Kawhi never planted a single tree or promoted a single tree or even talked about the trees. And I'm seeing through the trees, and this is a problem.
We talked off air about it. I thought that this type of thing was common in professional sports.
Yeah, this rolled through yesterday, and you're like, why is this news?
Yeah, I thought that we all kind of, because I'm not some super connected person. I feel like I've read articles about athletes where this has happened. And maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just a dream and I'm prophesizing something or something like that. I don't know. But if it's against the rules, then go prove it. And it sounds to me like the Clippers and Steve Ballmer are like, yeah, nope, it's on them. It's not on us. And so they've muddied it so far. They've muddied the waters in the blame portion of this saga as it continues to play out. But you know who's real good at getting in those muddy waters and making it all clear?
Billionaires?
Pablo.
Oh.
Pablo.
Making it all clear.
Making it all clear.
People who are really good at muddying waters.
Making it muddy is the billionaires. Billionaires can muddy some water now. They love doing that. We don't make enough people who will go in there and clear that shit up. Pablo is one of those people. So
he's been working on it for 7 months.
You have to believe in the 7 months of work, this is just one part. And it is, hey, depending on how they go next will depend on what we do with this story going forward. Yeah. And so if the plan on the Clippers is to deny, which it should absolutely be, you got to be thinking just at giving advice to bad guys in this situation. You've got to be thinking Pablo knows everything. How do we muddy this up before he clears it? How do we make this as confusing and convoluted as possible before he comes out with the next episode, or 2 episodes from now, or 3 episodes from now? Whenever it comes, it will come. How do we keep it as cloudy and as murky as possible so we don't get in any real trouble? This is what happened with the Belichick thing, where Belichick camp came out and just popped off on that one Pablo Torre episode. We were all like, oh, this is kind of odd, cool, quirky, isn't it? And they popped off, and Pablo was like, oh, yeah, let me go to your house. Let me go to the house where the video was taken, right? Like, I can do that. I have that information. So you have to assume when dealing with Pablo, who is great, that he has all of it.
And he has the resources.
This
was the first episode that was under the umbrella of his new deal with The Athletic, and The Athletic is under the umbrella of The New York Times. And so now, not only are you Pablo Torre, excellent investigative journalist, you also have some of the best resources and best backing of a company that will allow you to do full-fledged journalism.
And if, again, I thought this was known that these types of things were done.
No.
If you're in the NBA and that owner is getting popped by Pablo and you're doing it, because I'm reckless right now.
Which one do we want to be reckless with?
I don't want to say any names because this is real reckless.
Okay.
Cough both teams in New York.
Yes. I think that would be the first.
if you are somebody recklessly.
Real sweet deal taken for the betterment of the team.
Recklessly. Like, you've got to be in Ballmer's ear, like, hey, what are you doing? What is your plan here? Because if this story comes back this way, then we got some stuff on our hands to deal with. Also.
Well, and now they have time to plan. That's how these
Yeah.
things work. And you can create a fortress, or at least attempt to create a fortress that protects moving forward. I'm just really curious what the NBA does. Many have pointed out the last time something similar to this happened was the Joe Smith situation in Minnesota, and they lost 5 first-round draft picks. And then you can make the jokes, like you look at the Clippers, what first-round draft picks are they going to lose? Are they not going to have a first-round pick until 2040 at this point? Or you look at a financial implication. Well, Steve Ballmer is the, I believe, richest owner in the NBA
this one
still.
was.
He's up there.
Okay.
But, most notable, I guess we should say, most face forward. So a financial penalty isn't necessarily going to be something big. Does anything happen to Kawhi? Is the player at a position where he should be punished in a similar matter because that deal was made and we all have agency and decide on the things that we're ultimately going to do? But then you get into the weeds of it too, is where Steve Ballmer sits in the grand palace of the NBA, operating as a kingdom of sorts and being one of the most important owners. Where's the All-Star game this year? Los Angeles,
At that new
Intuit
arena.
Dome, the big old arena that they built with his money.
Not at crypto, not where the Lakers play.
No,
It's
where the Clippers play. All the bathrooms in that dome. I cannot wait for everybody to use them, and the big fancy Jumbotron and their whole wall of fans and everything that comes with it. So it's one of those situations where what is the best interest of the NBA? Because Adam Silver has said, like, circumventing the cap space situation is, what did he call it? A cardinal sin. Not just a bad thing, a cardinal sin in the NBA. So if it all comes through, and listen, I mean, they got someone on record. They got a former employee of Aspiration on record, on camera, talking about this. They have over 300 pages of documents. They killed a lot of trees to print out the documents to show just exactly how this whole thing transpired. And yes, a part of it is that Aspiration is scammy. Like, that's fine. No one's trying to say that this Aspiration company was anything but a big old scam, too. It's just that the Clippers and Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard are obviously a part of it.
The NBA, Adam Silver, the NBA leadership will want to absolutely step in here and you know, if they can prove that this happened, and you know, lay down the law, dish out some penalties. The NBA and Adam Silver, the leadership, work for the owners. So how do they feel about this happening? Because again, I feel like this is like pretty known to happen. And so if they are outraged, that's the thing I haven't seen. I haven't seen any owners come out and say, this is unjust. I've seen nobody. The way that when the Deflategate popped off and Spygate, the way those stories started leaking to people about how irate everybody was at Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the Patriots, I hadn't seen that pop off here. So, like, they are the ones who are going to apply the real pressure on Adam Silver here. And then when the punishment comes, like, they'll be looking around like, hey, do we want to be punished like this? Because they're taking money away from Ballmer, and if they're taking draft picks away and we do something similar, because this sounds like a pretty damn good plan, like, we don't want to be punished like this. Oh, let's come together and figure this thing out. Also, we don't make a whole lot of billionaires. We don't make a whole lot of billionaires who are willing to fund damn near by themselves, if not entirely by themselves, the building of new arenas. So you don't want to make that owner that mad, right? So there's that thing also. So this is a true conundrum. And I look forward to seeing how it plays out.
Capital C conundrum. All right, we'll take a break before we get into our draft, but a quick couple things before we hit that break. Big games tonight to keep an eye on locally. Memphis women's soccer plays Tennessee, and it is massive. They're both undefeated. Memphis is 14th in the country. UT is 2nd in the country. It sets up a really fun game out at the track and soccer complex at the U of M. 7 p.m. also on ESPN+. I will be tapped in.
We talked to Lawrence about it last week. It was great. Good stuff.
Excellent. The team is playing so well. When we talked to their head coach during our Tigers All Access Day, you know, there was some, not like trepidation, but as always, you're early in a season. You don't want to set expectations high.
He knows what he has. He was playing with us.
They're so young. So I'm not sure he entirely knew, but that man recruits like a monster and knows the kind of players that he brings in. But they have been excellent.
He damn near lied to us on set.
He lied to us?
Damn near. He was like, yeah, we're young. I don't know how good we are. And
He had me thinking they were going to be out of the top 25 within the first 2 weeks.
And you look up and they've got
Dub.
Iowa State, Ole Miss, Missouri, Vanderbilt, right? Like they're beating good soccer programs. Some of those programs are ranked. They're beating them. It's like, oh yeah, we're just so young.
You're so young.
We just don't know what we got.
You're just
like, oh,
we had our senior day. We had our senior day on the first day of the season, first game of the season, because they only have one senior on the team. You want to address Mr. Brooks Monaghan?
Is this the camera?
Coach Brooks?
Coach Brooks. Coach Monaghan, you ain't had to do us like that. You knew you guys were great. You know you guys are one of the elite teams in the nation.
Us in on the
you could have let us know. You didn't have to downplay it like that. You didn't have to do us that way. We came to your facility.
Came to your home.
We came to your home or to your neighbor's home because we were at the Memphis football practice. But we came over there to talk to you about what this soccer season was a whole. And all you hit us with the all shucks. Well, I don't know.
That's a real pro move.
We're okay.
It's a real pro move.
We're just real young. No, y'all are great. This is gonna be exciting, man.
I saw the chat reminder: bring your own folding chair or blanket or something to sit on, because it is being played at the track and field complex because they're continuing to do their construction on the Liza Fletcher Stadium that will open soon for the Memphis women's soccer team. But in the meantime, that's where they play. So you got to bring something to sit on if you want to be comfy, cozy. Also tonight, big night of sports action. Good U.S. Open action. Also, great night in the WNBA. The game that most people will be wanting to tune into is the Lynx Aces game. I'm, as a Valkyries fan, a little more interested in Valkyries wings, just because if the Valkyries win tonight, they clinch a spot in the playoffs, which is unreal for an expansion team that I sat here on the first day of the season and said, I don't want them to win any games because this is a capital T tanking kind of season. And now I'm like, throw your V's up. Let's go to the playoffs, baby. It's pretty incredible. And they lost their all-star in the middle of the season.
Your takes coming out of the first game of the WNBA season were incredible.
Yes.
What are the Valkyrie doing? They're supposed to be losing. They're not supposed to be good. Can't wait for them to lose.
Mystics, atrocious.
Mystics, atrocious.
But you want to know who I said was going to be kind of good?
Who?
And you laughed at me? You laughed in my face.
Who?
The Mercury.
I did laugh in your face. So that was a good take. That was a good take.
Can't win them all.
Fever going to win the championship.
Okay, I'm sorry. Even their assistant coach tore his Achilles at this point. They're just all dying in front of us.
And the Dream aren't good at all. Get them the hell up out of here.
Well, you live and you learn.
Let it play out next year is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Don't have takes after in the W right after the first game.
I've heard a lot of people talking about this lately, and I completely agree with it. You have to have takes. That's our whole job. So you adapt with the times, just like I'm adapting now, looking at the Las Vegas Aces.
Can I rephrase it?
Yeah.
Have better takes.
Oh, thank you. Okay. But you have to take with what you get. Like, when we looked at the Las Vegas Aces around the first quarter mark of the season, when they lost by 53 to the Minnesota Lynx, that felt like a bottom of the barrel low point. Wow, this team stinks and has no chance this year. And now you have a team that has a very realistic opportunity to perhaps be the 2 seed in the WNBA playoffs, has won 12 games in a row. They'll play the Lynx tonight. It's a marquee matchup. You get the ongoing debate of the MVP race, which felt all but assured to go to Nafisa Collier until Asia Wilson rises from the ashes and reminds everybody, oh, actually, I'm the best player in the world, and I'm going to drag this team first almost single-handedly, and now in a collection of getting this team to play really good basketball together again. I'm excited for this game. It's on Amazon Prime. I will be watching it alongside the NFL game tonight. 13 games straight would be insane.
Oh, with the 13th win coming
over a team that's beaten, not just the 53-point game. They've lost 3 times to the Lynx this season, and all have been, I think, by 15 plus. So they haven't played them close this year. Or maybe the Lynx come out and are just like, your win streak is cute.
Well, since you brought it up, who's MVP? Give me your 3.
I don't have to make that. I'm Mean Girls, and I'm breaking off the piece of the crown. And I'm giving each one a small piece of the crown.
Oh, you stop.
Have you shifted to Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
Why do you hate
because
it?
Because Nafisa Collier has had a tremendous season. And I also think it'll be very interesting what the Lynx do as the clear number 1 seed. They have home court advantage. Everything's taken care of. does she sit at all? Or does she feel compelled to have to play all of these games and to play exceptionally in order to create that edge in this last week of the season?
Listen, one of the cool things about the W, I don't recall ever a player deciding to sit or teams deciding to sit players late. Like it feels, I don't recall. Maybe it has happened, and forgive me for not knowing, but it feels like they just play all the way through the season because they're just trying to go out there and compete.
Except in the NBA. You get so many teams towards the end of the year.
Did
That'll
I say-
just rest a player here.
Yeah, I
and there.
said W.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying any sports.
No,
league.
in
And
the
I was like, I'm pretty sure it happened.
In the
Okay.
WNBA. It happens the men do it all the time
got you.
across all of the
I got
sports.
you.
The W, it feels like there's more of they feel more of an
Compelled.
obligation to continue to grow the game, so they don't want to miss opportunities to perform in front of fans. That's just reckless right here. But
Well-
yeah, I think she's out there. They said that they're going to play. Coach Reeves said, we're playing this thing all the way out. So it's going to be fun.
We'll take a break. We are drafting best vacation spots that we are interested in going to on the other side. We'll also do a little theater Thursday. I watched 2 movies on the 9.5-hour flight back from Europe. I'll let you know if either of them were any good. But most importantly, we're drafting vacation spots on the other side.
So you were in the plane for 9 hours, which is only 3 hours more than what Cam Ward shows up to the game.
Yeah.
And you watched,
And I
two,
watched
movies.
2 movies.
He only watched.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Lob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
How did they sell you on Memphis?
I was really looking at the success that Memphis had, something I wanted to be a part of, and then the reputation Coach Silverfield and Coach Ramsey had as an OC, the things that he was able to do with Seth and the things that he's done in his career. I felt like that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I felt myself being able to excel in his offense. And also, I looked at the weapons around and everybody that I was going to be playing it with.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. All right, welcome back. It's Thursday, it's draft day, and we are drafting places we would like to vacation. Top places we'd like to vacation Our criteria is they have to be places we have not been to. So CJ can take a place I've been to. I can take a place CJ's been to, but we cannot take a place that we have been to.
And real.
And real.
We'll do a fictitious one later, because that fictitious one
And to
is gonna be
clarify,
fun.
I know the moon is real. When we said fictitious places, I said the moon. I meant more like I'm never going to have the opportunity to go to the moon. I didn't mean it fictitious as in doesn't exist. I am not trying to Kyrie this out here.
Realistic.
I am a real believer in outer space and all that comes with it. All right, who gets the first pick?
Duck race time.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah, get the horn going, Jacob.
Duck race time, duck race time.
Oh, I'm gonna lose.
I miss my little duckies.
My duck is kicked too
No,
soon.
you're really out there.
Oh no, I'm Nafisa Collier. You're Asia Wilson in this.
What an honor.
I'd love
Amazing. All right. Well, it wasn't gonna matter, or I guess maybe I should change this actually.
Also,
I should change it because you can't take one of them.
How specific are you going to?
It depends.
be?
It's
okay.
I'm leaving this very open to interpretation.
Because some like the trip you just went on.
Yes, that's a European summer.
But then I wouldn't be able to take the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna
you don't have to worry about
burst your
that because
bubble.
I don't want to take.
I know you're not.
I'm
I
not
know.
taking. We're gonna have completely different lists.
I
I'm
agree.
almost assured.
Okay, my number one is the one I won't shut up about.
Okay.
Well, there's two, but one of them I don't have to take because you've taken it, and so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna be strategic just in case.
What?
My number one, I want to go on an Antarctica cruise.
Oh.
So badly. They are so expensive. This is a retirement goal of mine.
Antarctica.
I want to go on an Antarctica cruise. I want to see the penguins and the whales and the seals and the seabirds and the icebergs. I want to kayak through the icebergs. I want to do a polar plunge in the Arctic. I am obsessed.
Antarctic.
I am obsessed, yes, Antarctic, thank you, with just understanding the natural world and our place in it and how small we are. And the conservation efforts in that area are really intense. And oftentimes the cruise that you're going on, like you are required to attend a lot of lectures. It's almost like an educational program as you're on it, but I think that's awesome because I am a giant nerd. And so you get the glaciology and the study of glaciers and oceanography and also geopolitics and the political element of geography. I have seen one person with my own eyes who has been on one of these cruises, and I am desperate to go on one. I would also love to see the Southern Lights. It's not the Northern Lights, it's the the Southern Lights, based on where you are. There's this thing called the Drake Passage that you have to go through as you're on your way to Antarctica. And notoriously, you either get the Drake Shake or the Drake Lake. And if it's the Drake Shake, everybody on the cruise throws up, like the whole time. Like it's one of the most miserable experiences of your life. And I don't care. I want to go through it. I want to risk it. It's like a 50-50 shot. Maybe I'll get the Drake Lake. But I don't even care. Give me all the Dramamine. I want to go so bad. It drives Chris insane.
So in an Antarctica cruise,
Yes.
Jacob, hit the cruise part up there. She doesn't just want to kick it.
You really don't get to spend, like you can't go on land. They have it mostly. You can take the kayak trips. You can take, they're called like Zodiac trips, where you get on parts of the coast, but you can't go very deep into Antarctica because it's so preserved.
Okay. All right. You've thought about these.
Deeply.
This is my first time thinking about this at all. I'm not listen, I'm not big into the travel portion of vacation. So but sitting down thinking about it, I think I want to go to Senegal, specifically Dakar. I want to see that statue, the African Renaissance statue, whatever that's called. I want to see that. For those of you who don't know, it's a statue with the husband holding his wife, pointing, and she's holding a baby, or it's holding a baby. Like it's just a cool looking statue. Also, the House of Slaves is there. That memorializes the final exit point for the African enslaved people as they began their journey across oceans for during the slave trade. I also hear that the food is good. I hear that they compare the food to like they put it on a similar level internationally to the food in Paris. And so from how you described Paris food yesterday, if I can get that in Dakar, like give it to me, baby. I'd love it. Give that to me, number one. Is that the one that you were talking about trying to take?
No.
Okay.
No, the one I'm taking, you've already done.
What?
I'll just take it with my second pick. I want to go on an Africa safari.
Oh, okay.
I want to go on an African safari so badly, either Tanzania or Kenya or Botswana or Namibia. Any of the places, I'm not picky. I just want to go on one. I want to see a hippopotamus with my own eyes in the wild. Not at the zoo, not in captivity. but in its natural habitat. And I would love to couple it with a couple days in, what's it called? Zanzibar.
Okay.
For the beach relaxation
yeah.
portion of it and make an entire trip of it. But
So you're going East African safari.
Yeah, probably.
Let's throw East African up there. Because that's...
If I do Zanzibar, is that the
Zanzibar,
easiest way to...
I think, if I recall correctly, I might not, but you've got Kenya, you've got Tanzania, and Zanzibar is southeast there. And so all of those are East African countries. And that's a cool, listen, somebody who did it, we thought about doing Zanzibar. We just didn't have time for it. You get to see on the safari, depending on where you go, you'll see Kilimanjaro, which is beautiful as well. And the people, the culture there is outstanding. Yeah, that's a good one to take. That's a good one. I will take, I want to do a Maldives, all-inclusive. Stick my happy-go-lucky ass in that clear water with that beautiful background. Give it to me, man. That just looks so much fun. Is it still the Indian Ocean? It's always going to be the Indian Ocean to me, whatever it's called. Just put me in the Indian Ocean, man. Let me just kick it there. Jacob, I don't know if you can show the quick little video, but if you can, throw it up there because it is beautiful. You just look at how clear the waters are. Every time I see a clip of the Maldives, it's like, oh, I just got to get there. I just got to get there. I want to walk out of my room and just plummet into the water. Just fall just like this, into the water.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
I am always back and forth between the Maldives and the location that I am going to take with this next pick. So if you take the Maldives, I will take Bora Bora. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to see the turquoise water. I want to stay in one of those huts, those bungalows that are where you take the little path out and you're staying right over the water. And like you said, CJ, you just walk out your room and you dive right in and you see all the fishies and you see all the wildlife and you can go snorkeling if you want, or you never have to do anything. And there's like a dormant volcano that you can hike that looks really cool. And I think that the hospitality is supposed to be incredible, the Polynesian hospitality. And Bora Bora just looks like it would be like the ultimate bougie beach. But you know what? Not even a beach, because it's just the water. You're just out there.
That's a good pick. That is a good pick. All right, number 3 for me. I'm going to say, because I've done an East African safari, I'd love to go to Johannesburg and Cape Town. Both of those in South Africa. I don't know if we can take them both, but if I can, make a real trip of it, do a 2-weeker, do a 11-day or something like that. Get down there. The animal viewing is incredible. You can go on the safari and see their big 5 down there. You can kick it on beaches also, along with the wine from Cape Town, I hear is really, really good. In fact, you can go on so many different wine tours. So, like, give me some of that. You brought up penguins and whales. You can see those in South Africa also, because it's the southern tip of Africa. Absolutely would like to do that. Johannesburg, and Cape Town. You can fly to and fro for about $120 is a 2-hour flight. So land in one, fly to the other one, and then fly back home. So yeah, give me that.
It's a good pick. The reason I want to see the penguins in Antarctica is because it's isolated and there's no people around. I just like to go to the end of the world.
Well, listen, the world is flat. You're going to fall off, but you got it.
We don't? Really? Unclear. My next one is a trip that's been on our bucket list for a while and will probably be one of the next trips we eventually maybe try to do, because apparently it's very cheap to go right now. I want to do a Japan trip. And I want to go everywhere that I can in Japan. And they have a super sweet high-speed rail that makes that very possible. I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Kyoto. It's a big foodie scene. Speaking of great food, not just with sushi, but all different kinds of Japanese cuisine. My mom taught English as a second language in Japan for like a year after she graduated with one of her friends, and I've always been fascinated by it. Where did she live? Now I can't think of it. Nagasaki, maybe? But I really want to go to Japan. Japan's so cool. All the cool kids are going to Japan. I feel like in the last 3 years, it's become like a highlighted destination for a lot of American tourists. But take me to Japan. I think I'd have a great time. I had a friend who went to a baseball game in Japan.
Really?
And he said it was like one of the coolest sporting events that he's ever gone to. No one's on their phones. It's a full family day out at the ballpark. He just said it was really unique and very cool to do. So that's on my list too.
All right, my next pick is going to be to see the Northern Lights. Do I have to say a specific place? Because I got a specific place.
Yes, please.
Okay. I can't pronounce it, but Luosto and Rovaniemi, Finland? You're familiar with it.
Yes, I want to go to the saunas and I want to go to the Northern Lights in Finland.
So Northern Lights visible late August and April. Is in the Arctic Circle. You want to go to Antarctica? I wouldn't mind kicking it in the Arctic. So that would be pretty cool. 200,000 reindeer and Santa Claus. Allegedly, reportedly, rumors have it. That's where the man
You're
Saint
searching
Nick,
for
Saint Nick
the
himself
poll.
kicks it. You can go on a reindeer tour. They pull you on a sled at night, and you just look up and watch the Northern Lights, and then you can kick it in a glass igloo at the Santa's Hotel Aurora. So you're telling me I can kick it in a glass igloo, wake up, look up, and see the Northern Lights, and walk outside and say, okay, take me back to where I got to get to?
Yeah.
Hop on the sleigh that's pulled by a reindeer?
That's pretty cool.
Give it to me, man.
That's pretty cool.
That, truthfully, honestly, that might be my next trip. My next big trip
That'd be
might be this
amazing.
one. Yeah.
I have a lot of picks and only one to give. And I'm going to give a little love to one of our very own national parks.
If you take my part.
Because every time
Don't take
we
my
travel
park.
abroad, it's embarrassing, rather, that foreigners will ask us, what's your favorite of the national parks? And I have to say, I haven't been to very many. I've been to Rocky Mountain National Park, I've been to Mount Rainier National Park, but I haven't been to the big ones. And if there's one of all of them that I want to take,
You mother bleeper.
I would like to go.
Wait, hold on. There's two of them.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a 50-50 shot.
All right.
Because I want Glacier.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow. Which one do you want?
I mean, I'm taking the Grand Canyon.
Okay, so Chris talked me out of taking the Grand Canyon, and I don't know why, but I would go to either. But I'll take Glacier National Park,
Okay.
and we'll start with that. And you get the dramatic scenery of the glaciers and all the valleys, and you get the turquoise lakes. I really want to go to Banff as well, but I'm trying to keep it with the United States of America and take advantage of one of the beautiful national parks we have that are getting harder and harder to go to. So you should take advantage of it while you still can. And I am embarrassed of how little of the incredible topography of this country that I've gone to a lot of cities, a lot of states, but I have not explored the beautiful nature of the U.S. And you have the going to the Sun Road, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful road driving experiences you can ever have. There's grizzly bears and mountain goats and just infinite hiking trails that you can go out on. We want to be a camping family in the year of our Lord, 2026. That is a goal of our
Really? Are y'all
of our
built
family
like
unit.
that? Y'all ain't
We're
built
about to-
like that.
We're about to find
Y'all
out.
are not built for
We're about
that.
to find out. I love to hike. I just hate to camp. But Chris really wants me to become a camper.
Is he a camper?
He wants to be.
He's not built like that. Y'all
I don't
not-
think so.
Y'all not built
Don't
like
worry,
that.
I'll
dog.
take one trip and we'll have a little fright and I'll be like, let's find a hotel.
All right.
Go on with your pick.
Grand Canyon National Park is one of those beautiful places in this here United States of America. I've never been. I haven't. Thinking about this, doing this exercise, I realized I haven't been west of the Mississippi very often. I don't know if St. Louis is technically west of the Mississippi, but that doesn't feel like it should count.
No.
Even if it does count, that's only twice. Been to Houston twice. That's 4 times. Gone to Hawaii twice, so that's 6. And Seattle and Tacoma, where Hobnob
Hello,
is.
Hobnob.
Oh, how do I love Hobnob. That's less than 10 times. So LA, Vegas, all of those things I've never been to. And the thing that I most want to see is the Grand Canyon. I had a buddy get back from a big Southwest trip, and that was one of her highlights. Had 2 friends also go on Southwest trips around 2015, 2016 maybe, and they loved it. Had a buddy of mine who I play tennis with. They just got back about 4 or 5 months from their trip, and they talked about the hiking and the views and riding the mules up and down and how beautiful and how much fun it is. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to go to the Grand Canyon.
One of my biggest I won't call it a regret because we just couldn't do it. But when we got stranded in Las Vegas for Summer League and had to rent the car and drive home during that big flight thing, there was along our drive as we left Vegas and went into New Mexico and everything, whatever. I can't remember exactly where it was, but there was a turnoff point that was like 90 miles to the Grand Canyon. And we had a full drive to Memphis in front of us, and we were trying to get to Albuquerque. But God, if we could have just taken that 90-mile detour and seen the Grand Canyon. Like,
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I lived on that side of the country and never saw it.
How does that happen?
It's far away.
It is?
We had all of our trips were sports driven.
I
We
got
took
you.
great trips.
I
no
thought Grand
complaints.
Canyon University was in one of your conferences.
It was post my dad's tenure at the WAC was Grand Canyon University. If only.
My bad, Commish.
If only. But I've never been to Zion. I really wanted to go to Zion. I've never been to Yellowstone.
Yellowstone is on my list also.
Yeah, those are some good parks. Alexandria in the chat is a travel agent, which is incredible. Hook us up. But she says that a trip to Glacier, she had to quote someone at $60,000 a person.
American?
So I will not be going to Glacier
American
National Park.
dollars?
I thought the Antarctica thing was a pipe dream. That's like 10
Oh, you can do 10.
when I retire.
You can get 10.
I just paid my life insurance policy.
Did you pay Chris's?
Yeah, that's the important one.
Just don't go anywhere for the next 5 years. You can get to on the cruise.
I could not take a 10. It's and with inflation, I would assume, and the rarity of it or the scarcity of it, it'll just continue going up. This was like $10K 2 or 3 years ago when I first investigated. I haven't done a proper financing plan.
Okay.
It's got to be more. What else was on your short list? Anything interesting?
Toronto.
I've heard it's awesome.
I've never
with
been to
you on that.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Just Niagara Falls is right there. They've got a really cool aquarium, Ripley's Aquarium of Canada. There's something called a CN Tower. It's like, oh, that looks big and cool. It's the big tower on all the little. I went to Toronto t-shirts
Drake's
or whatever.
out there.
I will not be looking at Drizzy and just to hang out, right? Like so many of the ones I have on here to go and do things. I feel like I could show up in Toronto for a week and just kick it and just be immersed in that sort of culture and really come away with a different appreciation for everything. So Toronto was on there.
That's a good one.
Yellowstone was another one that was on there. I wanted to go to visit P. Sherman on Wallaby Way in Sydney. And those were it for
That's
me.
another really expensive one. Is
Sydney?
Australia to
Get
get there.
outta here.
Flights.
Okay.
Because it's like the
flights
longest flight
yeah.
you can do, and apparently they're really pricey. I really want to ski the Swiss Alps. That's a bucket list.
Okay.
I desperately want to ski the Swiss Alps. I want to hike Machu Picchu. I want to do the full 4-day Inca trail hike if I do it.
That would be fun.
And then the Amalfi Coast.
Where's that?
It's in Italy.
Okay.
And it's like the cliffs that look over the Mediterranean, and it's very picturesque, like Positano. But you can either stay in Amalfi or Positano or like Salerno. But then you can take day trips to someplace like Pompeii, which I think I'm obsessed with the whole antiquity of the world at this point, and I think Pompeii would be pretty cool.
They bring it up in the chat. Xavier, no Brazil. Rio did not make my list. Things would have to change in my life.
Yeah.
I'd have to be without a spouse, or we'd have to open some things up, because I would lose my mind at Carnival. I just know I would. I just know it. So there's no reason for me to go down there.
At this point, I would honestly rather go to Sao Paulo than Rio for that reason. But yes, I could have crushed Carnival. I did love our very short stint in Brazil. It feels cheap to say we went to Brazil, but we went to the border of Brazil and Iguazu, and it was cool, and the food was really good. I really want to go to Chile. There's a ton of places in South America. As I'm going downward to catch my Antarctica cruise, we'll do the Chile, Machu Picchu, Brazil. I've heard Colombia.
My cousins
is awesome.
Go to Colombia 4 or 5 times a year.
I've heard it's fantastic.
And love it. I will say, when you do your East African safari, I think you would love Nairobi. Nairobi is
just add it to the list.
I think you love Nairobi.
So many places to explore. The 2 movies I watched, one's called One Life. It starred Anthony Hopkins. It was about a man who saved over 600 children during the Holocaust. And there's the scene where Anthony Hopkins cries by a pool. And I'm like, oh, that's acting. And then I'm crying as well. It was pretty good. It was a really good story. It was like a C movie and A story.
Wait, do you want more time?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We can hit it quick. I would recommend it. I thought it was a good watch. Second, I watched Better Man. I don't know if you ever heard of the movie that's the biopic musical about Robbie Williams.
We talked about it.
Where he's played by a CGI monkey.
We talked about it.
Ruled.
Oh.
It was awesome. Like, it starts, and I was like, I don't know if I can get past this monkey thing. It's kind of weird. And by the middle of it, I was like, every movie should have its lead played by a CGI monkey. It was really endearing. For someone that I did not know, it's one of those weird things where Robbie Williams is huge in the UK and in Europe and never quite had that same crossover, like someone like an Oasis that becomes like a worldwide phenomenon. But it was a really interesting little movie, and I don't necessarily love musical biopics. I love musicals. I just don't love musical biopics. I think they're really tired and boring. Because of the way that one was done, there was nothing boring about it, and I would recommend it. So those are my 2 movies that I watched on a plane. So Cam Ward, you could watch 2 movies when you show up 7 hours ahead at Mile High Invesco Stadium, whatever they call it now, in Denver. We will be back tomorrow. We will have tons to get into, from NFL action tonight, Cowboys-Eagles, WNBA action tonight as well. It'll be a Friday. We will do our first regauge of the season, our games of the week, because we have college football, we have the NFL. It is going to be amazing. We'll see you then. Bye.